Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here, and we have a new episode of Open With Me for the latest Crochet Now. So I'm going to get into this, and while I am, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and hopefully you'll be informed when new videos pop up. And if you can like, share and hype this video, it really does help my channel. So we've got some gifts. And we've got the address page, which we'll plop down there. We'll move the gifts aside for now, and we'll just have a little look at what we've got on the magazine. We have Floral Applique, which is Laura from Happy Berry, going to be showing us that. So just basically sticking flowers on stuff, or sewing. West Yorkshire Spinners Cardigan. We've got Adorable Toys, so they look like Care Bears, but they're not calling them that, so I don't know if they are. Skill Boosting Homeware. Cuddly Amigurumi God Knows What. I have no idea what that is. Possibly a frog because the eyes are on the side. But I wouldn't know until I read it. Joyful Blankets. Mosaic Crochet. Unmissable Mosaic. Natural Wonders. Stash Busting Makes and the latest news. Eco-friendly ideas. So whether that's mosaic or tapestry, I have no idea because I've got so fed up with trying to figure out whether they know what they're talking about in these magazines with regarding the naming of things, because they don't always. And so I'm just going to let it go. Let it go. Just like, what's her name from Frozen? Anyway, we've got Summer Style Made Easy. Lightweight layering, simple lace crochet, delicate designs. We've got 10 great ideas for summer and beyond. Exclusive pattern inside. I like the way they do that. Exclusive. And we've got a very pretty crochet hook. I guess they are Care Bears after all, because we've got the logo this time. That is a very snazzy 4mm hook and a rainbow stitch marker, which will find its way, winging its way across the world to whoever orders from me, and I just pop it in the order. Okay. Let's move the gifts aside. Let's put on my glasses and we'll get started on this. Can't believe I did that without glasses on, but never mind. At least I didn't fluff my lines or whatever too much. So what is this? We've got Stone Washed Yarn by Sheepies. There's a lot of stone washed yarns out there, aren't there? Don't know anything about that one. I found it very, very difficult to stock Sheepies yarn in this country. Other people seem to manage it, but it has eluded me. I wasn't prepared to buy it from abroad, not with all the customs charges. So moving on, we've got the Hello bit, and we have, oh, I don't know, is that a duck? Possibly a duck with a cape. So Super Duck, Rainy Day Duckling. Oh yeah, okay. We have a mandala, and we've got the jumper that was on the front. We've got a bag. We've got a kind of a fretwork blanket in a spring style of flowers. We've got a tabard. It'll be interesting to see what they called that. Free Crochet Society kit when you subscribe. They're really plugging that again, aren't they? That's an advert, and this is Springtime Amigurumi. All the latest things from Rico and the Rickarumi. Cooling Cotton. This is King Cole, so it's probably a pattern that you can get from them. Join the fun, Homespun Cal Sampler. And we've got Tulip Stitch, which is everywhere, isn't it? Everywhere. Another little plug there for Crochet Society boxes, I believe. Follow Your Passion, showing you things you can see on Instagram. I've never found Instagram very informative when it comes to crochet. You see people doing it and you see techniques, but it doesn't start from the start. It doesn't finish at the end. And it's just, oh, that looks pretty. Don't know how to do that. Don't know the multiple. Don't know anything. So I just found Instagram to be a complete and utter waste of time. If you don't, and you are successful at watching Instagram, please let me know what you do, because I'm just oblivious to it. And I even put stuff on there and they've just abandoned it. I don't know. New Season Styles. Excuse me a second. I've got an itchy eye. New Season Styles, edition 7 of Knit Rowan. So I've always found Rowan to be very expensive and very heavily weighted towards wool. So I've never really been a consumer of Rowan in that respect because I'm allergic to it. Well, wool, that is, not Rowan. I'm allergic to high prices, as you can imagine. But yeah. So yeah, I've not seen any of the editions. I might have got one free of a magazine once. I think I did. Brilliant Bamboo. So this is Stylecraft. I've got some of that yarn in my shop. The Naturals Bamboo and Cotton. It's very, very lovely. It's really nice yarn. But, you know, there's lots of cottons to choose from out there, aren't there? Show us your makes. That was something that was a gift in the magazine. Possibly found its way in an order, as they usually do. We have Mother Goose and her little goslings. We've got very gigantic bulbs, sprouting flowers. Now, I do have this in my shop, I think. No, maybe I don't. I've got some of the Bambino, but I think it was stripes rather than dotty. But you know this matney jacket? I used to make loads of those when I was younger. So many for my brothers and sisters' kids. This is an anemone bag. Oh my goodness, an anemone. What a silly word that is, you know. It's really there just to trip you up, isn't it? Anemone. Doesn't look anything like an anemone. An anemone. Jess Bennett's creation of a hexagon bag with these little flowers popped in. I don't know. Do you like that? Is that something you fancy? Not sure about the shaping personally, but you know, each their own. Some people will love that. This is Laura Lee Hayes and it's called Nature's Embrace blanket. I'm sure if the sun is, you know, sorry rather, if the sun is bouncing off these pages, but we've got a bit of sun. It's put in a bit of an appearance. It's so rare, we can't moan about it. So this is made with Aran yarn and a 5mm crochet hook, so quite thick and chunky for us over here where DK kind of rules supreme. But very, very standard over there in the US and other places. This is what the design layout looks like. It looks very different from the reality, I think. So that's quite straightforward. We've got solid granny squares and some with, well, daisies, I guess. Tulips, daffodils, God knows what that is. Flower. Let's just call it a flower. So I haven't got a clue. Flower. Maybe it'll tell me. Flower. There you go. What's a flower? Grow your own way. Crochet Society, 52% off. Only $44.99 with free postage. Worth $93.99. Do you know what? I can remember when I used to get Crochet Society to give it a little review. I did 6 months of it. It was a 20 quid box. That's all I'm going to say on that. Helen Bunting, this is her rainy day duckling. I think she should have just called him Super Duck with a cape and made it a blue cape or something. That would have been a little bit more up my street. This is made with DK and a 3mm hook, so it makes it quite sturdy. Anyway, do you like little ducky? You can tell spring is sprung, can't you? So that's the back of it. All seasons. These trusty projects are perfect for layering up the winter or keeping cool in the sunshine. And it is the Rowan influence again. And King Cole. Brilliant borders. Oh, look, fishy border. Shell border. I don't know if I can make a fish border. So Lauren Willis is calling this a vest. It's a tabard. It's a tabard. It's not a vest. But never mind. I'm banging my head against the proverbial brick wall trying to get these names right. The schematic shows there's not a great deal of shaping. Extra small up to a 5XL, so a very big size range, but it's nothing of it. It's that twice and tied up in the middle. Oh, well, there you go. There's the tie. And, well, it's not something I'm keen on, I have to say, but, you know, jazz up a white outfit. The perfect pattern is just a click away. Crochet Society, again. Heather C. Gibbs, collection of Care Bears. And I know they've been around for a long while, but they're still a favourite. And these are in DK and a 3mm hook, again, to make them a little sturdier. And we have one bear, I think, and all of the other things are just, you know, Tender Heart Bear badge, Funshine Bear badge, Good Luck Bear belly badge, tummy tickle, turkle. Oh my goodness, I'm moving on. It's all this alliteration. It's really playing havoc with my dentures. I don't have dentures, I'm just joking. The No Boho Spirit highlights. Now, I might just be getting some of this for my shop. The only thing I'm not keen on is a lot of these, if you're looking at this, it reminds me of the cabaret that I lamented the loss of big time. This one has got a glitz the same colour as the yarn. All of the others just have silver glitz. And I'm not sure that I like that. But I might just get it. I might just get some for my shop, see how that goes. Subscribe to Crochet Now and get your free Crochet Society box worth £90. Is it really? Well, they say so. What do you say? Do you say it's worth £90? I'd like to hear your take on Crochet Society. I really would. So Claire Fernley has made a petalite shawlette. Shawlette's a good word because I think it is just a scarf that's pointy, and I've made one of those. This delicate shawlette can be worn in so many ways. There it is. There's a schematic or chart. And there we have frog. See, I was right. I only knew because of the eyes. Otherwise, it didn't look anything like a frog to me. It's just a selection of balls on top of each other with some very weird arms and legs with balls on. But never mind. At least I've kind of got that it was a frog. And this is in the Chico books. Chunky Amigurumi Crochet by Natalie Beard, if you're interested in that. What's this? Make sure all your stitches are crossed in the same direction. Anna Nicopirowit's little bit of advice. Cross stitch on crochet. So, well, that's just embroidery, isn't it? Really, it's embroidery. Corkscrew willow cushion. So we've got the chart, but it's again, is it embroidery? It looks like it. Little cross stitches embroidered on it. Make this brilliant beach bag in issue 134 on sale on the 21st of May. Okay, by Natasha Emerson. And then we go on to do it. What? How can that... Or is it just the flower? We're making the flower and the bag is to follow. That's a bit odd. It's like saying, if you want to make this bag, you've got to buy both of these. Spring into summer. Emma's amazing table runner looks suspiciously like the blanket I made last year. Just a sampler, really, by Emma Leith. And, you know, that's there. I like table runners, actually. Not that I used my sampler. When I made my picnic blanket last year, the sampler picnic blanket, the one that I used to show you how to do bits, I use as a table runner. Anyway, Cassie Ward, a Stella cardigan, schematic. So again, square, just kind of shapeless, isn't it? So it should be quite easy. What are they saying? Intermediate? Well, I don't know why. Anyway, extra small up to a 5X. If this is a schematic, why is it intermediate? I have no idea, really. It's a hexy cardigan, obviously. So, advert. Crochet notebook. This is the bit for Happy Berry Crochet, Laura. And we're looking at Stylecraft Natural Cotton in the colours. And that's the yarn that is obviously paying for this. And this is what she's used and how she's made these flowers. 20 million tutorials on YouTube for that. I reckon. There's so many. All right, maybe not 20 million. Maybe just 19. Anyway, Emma Moss. I'm just joking. Don't bug me blanket. Don't bug me. Take a trip through the garden with this adorable blanket featuring filet motifs of your favourite finds. Well, I guess that there's a snail and a dragonfly. So I guess they are bugs, but there's lots of flowers. This is Emma Moss DK yarn, 3.5mm crochet hook. And what are they saying? Advanced beginner. Advanced beginner. So there's all the squares. Lots of squares, so that's not bad. And that's how you put them together. You can put them together how you like, really. Just being a bit rebellious. Allowed. Sunny Sunflower Mandala. Are you into the mandalas, wall hangings and stuff? This is Ines Fadil Basmiel. Yep, okay. That one is not for my mouth, obviously. But it's quite pretty. I don't think they've used a hoop on this one. But you can do, if you so wish. Kerry's Journal, I never bother reading it. Maybe I'd learn a thing or two if I did, but I doubt it. This is Petal Wake Sweater. They do find some names for these things. This is a 4-ply yarn, so a sport weight over there across the pond. It's an intermediate, and they've used Cascade Heritage yarn. And this is by Yesabet Bueno. We've got extra small up to a 6XL, so there's quite a big old range. It's not long enough in the body for me, but you can always just add loads of length. The sleeves look nice and sort of tight, not baggy and ugly, and they do seem to taper on the schematic. So that's not bad. Not bad at all. That is not bad at all. I'd have to adapt it if I were to make it. So this is the book club, and it is Crochet Fairy Tales. This month we're delighted to be reading Kerry Lord's Crochet Fairy Tales Cottage series. Yeah, so it's kind of fairy tales made into crochet. Obviously that would look absolutely nothing whatsoever without that mini furniture, would it? I mean, would it? Let's say. That's the poison apple, obviously. This is Conscious Crochet. Crochet is beneficial for so many reasons. I've been saying that for years. But here are plenty of ways it can be used to help the planet. We're making dishcloths from 100% recycled fibres. Vegan Yarn is a Sheffield-based business that creates yarns mainly from plant fibres, and where any plastics are necessary, they are recycled and sustainably sourced. Vegan yarn, eh? Have to look into that. A new lease of life, just jazzing up your old sweatshirts and stuff. What's this one? Super Sustainability. One of the best ways we can use our skills is for good to make projects that replace single-use items we may have around the home. Cotton yarn is great for so many things, such as makeup remover pads, dishcloths, tote bags, and so much more. And if you have a look, you'll see I've made an exfoliating pad. If I can remember, I'll put a link to it at the end. You can make it into a dishcloth if you like, but it's got sponge inside. Looks like a biscuit. It does. It looks like a custard cream. But it's not. Happy Space. Crochet along part 12, so there can't be much of it left. This is Rosina Plain. And her blanket's anything but plain. It's very, very jazzy. If you like those sort of busy kind of blankets that are not sampler, but, you know, have these sort of flat, not textured patterns, but it's very pretty. Very jazzy though, isn't it? It's a lot involved, but you know, it's a crochet along. Good way to get your skills up as well. So we got to the end, got the abbreviations and all the stuff. In the next issue, we have a must-have blocking board and pins. We give those away quite often. We have granny squares made easy, and we have blooming lovely blankets. We have cheerful amigurumi, stylish accessories, and I've seen a lot of these where they're twisted. I would get myself in the right pickle with that, I know. Colourful garments, I mean, putting it on, you know, be twisted about 25 times or something. And what else we got? Official RSPB patterns. So that's the Royal Society of the Protection of Birds for you guys across the pond. So you might find some birdie bits. So they look quite snazzy, some of these granny square patterns. And things, Lauren Willis is having the last word, but it's not the last word because we've got this one. Summer Style Made Easy. And don't forget, it's rather snazzy and fetching hook and stitch marker. Okay, let's get in. So yeah, I've been giving some of them away to my well, Gary's granddaughter, so like my step granddaughter. So yeah, I've been giving them away to her as well. So what have we got? We've got Ada lace top, which is this one. It's got a peplum. That dates things, I think, though. Don't you find? I might just carry on the length if it were me and rather not have the peplum. I've seen them in the shops this year. They're all around, but I do feel like once you've got something with a peplum, when it's not in fashion anymore, if you really care about that sort of thing, you're not going to be wearing it much. We've got number 8, this one, Vintage Fans Tee. And 10 is Spring Steps Shawl. 12, where's 12? Why does it go on to 12 and not 16? Chantel Shawl anyway. 18, Nicole Wrap. And then 20, we've got the Helios Tunic. And then 24, Darling Diamonds Cardigan. Trevi Shells Vest. Trevi after the fountain, I suppose. Maria Top was 12. They really, you know, sort of move them around. 34 is the Bobble Filet Wrap. So bobbles and filet. Okay, let's get in then. Now this one is the Summer Top by Natalia McHale. And it's classed as adventurous. Well, you know, can we just have beginner, intermediate and expert? That would just be so much easier. We'd understand. But if you're adventurous, you might want to tackle this top. Okay, so let's get in. Do we have any sizes? Not the same way as we do in the magazine, but we've got extra small, small, medium, large, extra large, 2, 3, 4 and 5XL. So, and it's got like little how-to-do-y bits, which is quite snazzy. Easy breezy, it's just an advert. And then we've got the Vintage Fan Top. I quite like that pattern. It would look rather fetching, that, I think. I think I've seen that pattern around, not liked it. But when I see it on that top, I think I've changed my mind a little bit. This is Zoe Pottrack. I quite like it. Extra small up to a 5XL. Instead, it would have to be a lot longer. I'm just saying, no, as I often do. So Lisa Hendry has come up with this Spring Steps shawl. This isn't a bad supplement. It's not a bad supplement at all. So we've got another top that's too short for me. This is called Maria. Maria the top. Extra small up to a 5XL, so good size range. Got a bit of shaping going on. How about that? So this is an intermediate. It does look quite snazzy, but again, a bit short. Have to be longer. The Chantel Shawl by Kim Hargreaves. And this is an intermediate. Well, it isn't, is it? It's squares. Once you've mastered that and the joining, it's not really that hard. Intermediate, no. Beginner, yes, I would say. A beginner who is adventurous, perhaps, in their own words. What's this one? Nicole the Wrap. So Nicole the Wrap is made with 4-ply and it's for adventurous people. If you're feeling adventurous, then by all means have a little go at Nicole. So we got here Helios Tunic. This golden tunic is a versatile wardrobe staple, perfect with jeans or leggings. It does actually look quite snazzy. Not bad at all, but not says who put this together. Ah, hang on. No, it just says garment there. Intermediate. Don't know who designed it, but there you go. Moving on. There's quite a few pages of this one because it is more involved, bigger. So this one is called the Darling Diamonds Cardigan. Again, we don't have anyone. Oh, yes, we do. Liz Salazar Did I miss the other one then? Did I miss a little picture? No. Oh, they forgot to put it in. Bet that person's not pleased. Anyway, Darling Diamonds cardigan, 4 millimetre hook and a DK yarn. It says intermediate. I don't agree. That looks quite beginnerish to me. It's granny stitches and it's solid stitching. What's intermediate about that? It doesn't look like it's got a lot of shape. It doesn't. So yeah, not intermediate for me. You know, once you've mastered that, it's not going to be hard, is it? Surely not. Anyway, what have we got here? The Trevi Shells vest, named after the Trevi fountain. A versatile cotton vest that lends itself to evenings out styled with heels and a skirt, or day trips to the market with shorts and a summer hat. Well, I'm not wearing heels. That's a thing of the past. Audrey Geiger. Maybe she can wear heels. She doesn't look like she's completely ruined her posture with heels yet. But, you know, I'm just being cynical on me. But that looks quite nice too. And we've got more pages of that one. And that's what it looks like at the back. And we got to the end with the bobble filet. Obviously not very much in the way of instructions for that. That's classed as a wrap. It's a bit of a wide scarf. But yeah, a little bit wider, I think it'd be a wrap for sure. But it's a shoulder warmer. Keisha Allen, that one is. And we've got the usual abbreviations. So that is a wrap, guys. Well, that one was a wrap, but this is a wrap. Because we've reached the end of our Crochet Now and our supplement. I like the supplement, got to say. Quite like some of the things in here as well, especially this. Very, very nice. But is there anything that you spotted that looked the same as something you've seen before? Because that been looking like with a sharp eye for that sort of thing lately. I have to say, I didn't see much, apart from Care Bears, have been in things before, but I don't see much that's the same. I don't know, there's quite a lot of good stuff in here actually. Lots of different techniques, lots of different things to appeal to different people, because we're all different, you know. And quite a fun little gift. So, let me see your thoughts, please, in the comments section. I'll be looking forward to reading them. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. And if my jokes or my flippant comments do offend anybody, they're just me. They're just me, you know, I say things, engage mouth before brain. But, you know, a lot of people like it. So I don't think I'm about to change anytime soon. But I certainly don't mean any malice by it. Anyway, thank you so much, as I said, for watching. And if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and like, share and hype this video if you can, because it really does help my channel. I'll see you guys on the next one then. Bye-bye for now.